Welcome to 91 Reasons, a pop culture fueled rocket into the far reaches of nerd culture. Featuring your hosts, Jeff, Rachel, Luna, Austin, and Josie. It's Tucker time.
Welcome, episode 28 of our 91 Reasons side podcast project, Homestuck. What I like to call a dark and dangerous drive out to the fringes of the internet, where you meet people wearing horns, trolls carrying buckets, and Andrew Hussey driving around with Taco Bell wrappers at his car. Welcome, 91 Reasons. I am the voice. I am Jeff Tucker. I am joined, as always, by our resident Homestuck experts, Austin and Luna, who are...
Hello.
Who are you?
I'm Austin.
Luna?
And we missed a week. Yeah, but that's not our...
a few weeks now.
No.
We've been doing every other.
We've been doing every other, but that's not our fault. Why are we missing weeks? Do you know? Because we're moving, and everything is in complete disarray. And every time we try to get our lives back to a semblance of normalcy, something derails it. So right now, we're in our current house. Everything has been taken out. We're living on the barest minimum of paper plates and plastic forks and knives as we show the house to potential buyers. So we have the house tentatively sold. We're just waiting for all the paperwork to go through. But eventually, within a month or so, we'll move and we'll get settled and we'll be back to our weekly updates because people like weekly shows, right?
Yeah.
So we have to start off this episode by saying thank you to Patreon pledger Vriska. Let's give Vriska a round of applause.
Oh, after today's update.
What's that?
Vriska was big in today's update.
Oh, okay, then that's good.
Vriska was really mean to Vriska, so Nina might leave Vriska for Vriska instead.
All right, sounds like Multiplicity starring Michael Keaton. Okay, so Vriska wanted us to continue watching Collab's animated Homestuck on YouTube. So which part did we watch?
Act 3.
Part 3 and 4.
But we watched some before this. This is still continuing Act
Yes.
3. Refresh my memory, what has happened in Act 3?
Currently, there's 5 main
You gotta get on the mic.
There's 4 kids and the exiles. You're each following a story with all of them. Jade was fighting her grandpa. John was fighting the ogres. Rose was fighting the internet connection and the ectobiology machines. And Dave was fighting Bro. And the exiles are all slowly coming together at a location. They're all flying in their things.
Okay, yes. We saw the little hooded guy with the mail flying in a big Incredibles type vehicle, right?
With her worm.
Right. Who is that?
That's the Peregrine Mendicant. I'm sure I'm horribly mispronouncing that.
The Peregrine Mendicant.
I just called her PM.
PM.
Like when you called Hermione
Hermione.
the first time you read Harry Potter before the movie. Oh, we're old.
He wasn't born.
Yeah, no, you weren't born. How does that make you feel?
I
You weren't born in the 90s, you wouldn't understand.
I'm happy I wasn't born in the 90s.
You don't know any point-and-click adventures.
Yeah.
Like Freddy Fish.
I know Hive Swap. Excited for that.
Hive Swap. So, I'm continuing my own personal journey into Homestuck. Some of it is good, some of it is bad. You guys keep telling me to hang on, something good is going to happen. And I keep telling you that as a writer, it's very frustrating because nothing bloody happens. And when they even hint at something happening, like the PM character takes out a sword to fight the tentacle, they cut away, and when they cut back, the fight's already happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happens in
you
this
should
show.
be very grateful because number one, this is all just set up for the real comic.
Yeah.
Number two, the section of the comic you're reading, I feel, is going faster than the current section we're at. There is no doubt that Act 5, the middle, is the most exciting, fastest moving act. And the beginning may seem slow, but the current stuff we're reading in Act 6 is actually slow boring, okay?
It's mostly dialogue what we're getting.
Yeah.
There was more action in that hour of collab we watched than there's been in the comic in years.
2 years, yeah. I would much rather take...
flash here and there now.
So that begs the question, why do you continue reading it if nothing happens?
The stuff does happen eventually.
The reason why I'm disappointed is because I love the older acts, and there was never a part of Homestuck where I was bored. The new stuff? Yeah, it's pretty bad and boring. For the first time, I'll admit, yes, Homestuck's pretty bad with the new acts.
It's supposed to be.
I know,
It's gonna be
because
not well.
for some reason, the new updates perfectly align with teen summer romance. On a scary level. To the point where even the meta sections where it's Dave and Carquette reading the fanfics in it represent Rose talking about the
He hasn't got to any
narrative.
of that. He's still kids derping around houses.
Oh yeah, I won't get to the stuff you're talking about till I'm dead.
Yeah. Each act is like the size of all the acts before it added up.
Yeah, great.
Act 6, Collab's been at for over a year now, and they still haven't caught up.
Well, Colad needs to get faster on that production of their videos.
They do 50 minutes a week is generally what they do.
You're watching. This is me. You tuned into Homestuck because Vriska wanted you on Patreon to do it. And as you continue watching, you find yourself nodding off more than you did in high school.
How can you nod off to Jade in Running Around Our House?
Grandpa finally.
I don't know. Here's the thing, though. You're looking at it with fond memories because you're so far ahead and you're like, oh, that's where that came. I'm discovering it new. So for me, none of it makes any sense.
It all makes sense
That's the
eventually.
problem.
But it all makes sense eventually.
Eventually, it
I-
all makes sense.
Typheus in the basement. That doesn't ever make any sense.
Yeah.
But
The monster
Right.
thing, he's explained, but not why he's there.
But I've liked it from the beginning. What I actually thought was what got me most entertained during my first read through, not until I got to the later stuff, was the Exiles. I always thought the Exiles were the best. Like, what do you think of the Exiles? Because there was a lot of Exiles.
That's WV and PM.
Yeah, no, those are the best. Those are the most dynamic to watch because the kids running around their rooms does nothing for me. At least the other one is like, ooh, it's an alien landscape, some sort of apocalypse, Armageddon has happened. He's collecting mailboxes. It's all very interesting. He's quoting the worst Kevin Costner film about the apocalypse that's not Waterworld. So yeah, there's a lot going
Dr.
on.
David Brenner.
Dr. David Brenner. Are they trying to be the Hulk? Dr. David Banner was the Hulk.
Dr. David Brenner is
MSPA
well, what
forms
it
joke.
is between before Hussey wrote Homestuck, he wrote this big adventure called Dr. David Brenner Ghost Psychiatrist. The longest work in the English language. Is a world-renowned, considered the best writing of all time, and it's not real. It only exists on TV tropes.
Okay.
MSPA forms made it all up.
So, are you aware that, who is the Hulk? What's the Hulk's alter ego?
Bruce, right? Bruce Banner?
Bruce Banner. Do you know in the TV show his name is David Banner?
David Banner.
Can you think of any possible reason why they would have changed it? You're going to laugh when I tell you. Because in the 70s, Bruce was considered a gay name.
What?
And they didn't want to have a TV show with a gay-sounding main character named Bruce.
How does that make any sense? How is Bruce...
It really doesn't. It didn't then, and it doesn't now. It was a good show, but you're like, David Banner, Bruce Banner, David... How is a name gay? How can a name be gay?
Doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense. So it's weird. So also, okay, so we're moving through Act 3, right? And also this week, you actually had a meetup, a Homestuck meetup. Why don't you talk about that?
I met a fan that found me on Steam, and we actually met in person. Yeah.
This would be Jimmy and his family, right?
Yes.
Now, Jimmy is your typical Homestuck guy, right?
Yeah.
He's one of those guys where his parents had no concept why he's into this thing, what it is, right? So how did he introduce them to Homestuck? This show. This show.
Yeah.
So let's give ourselves a round of applause. We're helping parents understand what Homestuck is. So not only are we for the fans, but we're also driving in new fans. So I'm not being out of line when I say that Andrew Hussey really does owe us a check. Right?
Would you say you yourself were driven in as a new fan now from watching Act 3?
No.
No.
No. I'm being paid to watch it. And Vriska has even offered, if it's boring you, I'll pick something else. And I'm like, no, I'm happy. This is okay. I'm continuing.
You're almost there.
Because there might be like, we're on episode 28. By episode 80, I might go, oh my god, we finally got to the trolls. Right?
But you met a troll finally in Canada.
No,
How was that?
It was just a guy talking.
Yeah.
But that wasn't that something?
It's me, Carcat. I only know it's Carcat because you're Carcat.
Yeah. You're almost there. Act 3 is the end of derping around houses with Silodexes. Act 4 is an action-packed, darker story.
All right, well, I'm going to hold you to that, because when I move on to the next act, the first time they pull a Silodex out, I'm throwing it at your head.
There might be some Silodexes.
Oh,
Doesn't it feature
Silodex.
the usable Silodex with the game? Act 4? Yeah. Act 4's gimmick is that it opens up with a video game where you get to use the Silodex and control it around.
You see, I'm going to throw it at your head.
That's the whole point. You're supposed to throw the things at the people's heads.
That
You
sounds...
weaponize your Silodex.
It's already weaponized, trust me.
It's dark action featuring the Silodex.
So what character was Jimmy dressed as?
John Godtier.
John Godtier, and you were dressed as...
He doesn't even remember.
I don't...
You don't remember. You were dressed as Brobot.
No, I was just in my Homestuck T-shirt, wasn't I?
What were you dressed as? Anything?
That was just me.
You were just you.
How come you don't wear cosplay
I wore
ever?
my Homestuck shirt from Hot Topic.
How come you don't cosplay anything ever? Oh, you know what? I wore my Rose Godtier, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I wore my Rose Godtier.
Okay, so we're also gearing up for a con this week.
Yes!
Where are we going this week, Austin?
Anime Expo.
Anime Expo at the Los Angeles Convention Center.
I am so hyped.
This weekend. We'll be there Friday.
Yes.
So we're going to go to the Homestuck meetup. We're going to meet new fans, try to do some interviews.
And I will have business cards.
You will have business cards, yes.
And it is going to be exciting. I am so hyped.
What are you... Okay, give us... What are you hyped for?
I have been hyped for this con for over a year now. When I was the 4th of July, stuck at Knott's Berry Farm.
I went
where
every day last year.
My brother was at Anime Expo, having fun. Here I am, trapped at Knott's Berry Farm, America's first theme park.
Trapped in a theme park.
I wanted nothing more than to break free of these dark rides and roller coasters, to escape theme park food and popcorn, so I can be part of the animes. You know? Do you ever have that feel? Do you?
The feel of what?
Don't you ever just want to break out of a theme park to join the animes?
I worked there. It's not quite the same.
But like,
Not quite the
here I
same
am on the 4th of
experience.
July, trapped in a theme park.
I know, right? It's so weird to have to spend 4th of July at a place where they have hot dogs, roller coasters, fireworks.
No, I want to be in line at a con.
Costumed characters and funnel cakes. You would rather be at the convention center, horking down expensive coffee.
I want to be drinking expensive coffee in an uncomfortable costume in a long line.
That's what you want to do.
I love
Hey,
cons.
you know what? You're all set for a life of DMV visits, so...
No!
Great.
You could say that, but I know there's one DMV where the coffee isn't cheap. I dare you to find a DMV where it's expensive coffee for free.
They don't have DMV coffee.
No?
You have to bring your own.
They don't give you coffee at the DMV?
No, they give you a hard time.
How can I give you coffee at the DMV?
So we're going to Anime Expo, but is there going to be any Homestuck related anything at Anime
Yes,
Expo?
there will be. Lots.
what?
Okay. Basically, there are 2 meetups, lots of fans, but
Why are you blocking Luna from the mic?
I can't get anything in.
what pumpkin's going to be there?
Yes.
And they're going to have Hive Swap, aren't they? It's playable.
Maybe.
They might have Hive Swap playable.
They bought the double-sized booth, so...
Yeah.
maybe.
Normally at cons, they've been buying 2 booths, one for Hive Swap, one selling stuff. And yes, the Hive Swap booth at every con does have freebies, so I will be wanting there as
I
soon as
swapped buttons and stickers.
as soon as the con opens. I'm wanting to what pumpkin to see if the Hive Swap line's long and what buttons and stickers they have.
Okay, so you're going to play Hive Swap finally.
Yes,
That's
finally,
going to be a 2-hour line.
I will do it.
And, well, not really, because we've discovered a lot of Homestuck fans don't buy tickets to the
Yeah,
con. They
it's
just
mostly
hang out.
outside.
They sit out in the
They
lobby.
just so you have a ticket.
Yeah.
You actually suckered your old man into buying a ticket. So what do you plan on buying from the Homestuck universe?
I don't know. Well, Pumpkin said they're gonna have exclusive T-shirts, but those have never really been cool at like any
What about
con
those
ever.
pins?
Oh my god.
The trading pins.
If they have the trading pins, I will buy them. I want those trading pins, because these are the first edition, and Rachel even said that years from now, Homestuck pin trading is going to be a staple, and these are going to become the first limited wear ones. And that meetups are going to become pin trading meetups. And the Homestuck pin trading is going to be as big as Disney pin trading.
Homestuck pin trading.
Yeah.
That's what the marketing at What Pumpkin says.
Yeah, you believe this?
If they make every character. I mean, I would love that.
You would buy them all.
Yeah. I
You'd
would.
trade them and ship them.
Yeah.
You could have like 2 on your lapel that you're shipping all day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you get a little ship corner right on your
Yes.
I
head.
can only do Beta Kid ships. No one likes Beta Kid ships.
You do well. That's just right now, but when they have them all,
Yeah.
when they have the Hussy Build-A-Pin.
Ooh. Yeah, if there's a Hussy pin, I'll take like 10 of those.
You know those Disney ones where they tear up an attraction and you get a little piece of it?
Yeah.
They could do Taco Bell wrappers.
Yes!
In little capsules.
Oh, yes, I would definitely get one of those.
All right, so Anime Expo this week. And then next week...
Comic-Con.
Next week is Comic-Con.
And Wheel of Fine's going to be there.
Yes.
And they're going to have new stuff.
And we're going to be at Comic-Con all 4 solid days, man.
Yep.
Are we nuts?
I'm just excited to see what new stuff Wheel of Fine has.
So next week we'll do a Anime Expo wrap-up, and then the week after Comic-Con wrap-up, all related to Homestuck.
Yes.
That sounds good. It's like a plan.
Yeah, but this is the week before. We must hype and prepare ourselves.
Yeah, so how are you hyping and preparing?
Well,
Standing in line tomorrow to get the tickets.
Yeah.
So you're going to a line prior to get the tickets. You're going tomorrow, Wednesday, to get your tickets for Friday.
Yes.
You're crazy.
And I know it's going to be a really, really long line, like an 8-hour line, but I'm prepared for that.
Will there be anybody running around the con enforcing Homestuck copyright?
I'm
was
sure.
last year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even at, WonderCon, there were people in pumpkin suits walking around? Mm-hmm. I mean, they're always there, just
last
patrolling.
Year, Anime Expo, I have my vest that says Homestuck on it. What pumpkin people came up to me and started questioning me about my vest? Where'd you get it? Who'd you buy it from?
Where did you get it?
I said, I have a friend made it for me. He said, oh, cool. I'll take a picture of it.
Did take a picture of it. What were the Khaled welts that Dave had that pumpkin wouldn't stop taking pictures of and posting them online?
He had like 20 pictures on Twitter of this Dave's sword. Like, we get it. He made a sword.
What will the What Pumpkin booth have, though? Like, they only have so much space because of Hive Swap.
I went last year. They had a whole shelf of books. Like, they had a little shelf that had all the books on it. Promise Luth and Homestuck. They had all the plushies, the figures on racks, and then a couple T-shirts, and then the pins.
So, if I had to take a guess, I would say the character pins will receive a whack. Mm-hmm. Paradox Space will receive a whack of T-shirts and books.
This year they'll probably have Paradox Space, and they probably won't bring the Bafflers.
No, they
Those
won't.
things are too much to carry around.
They won't bring the Bafflers. I think they'll phase out, like, the Terezi and Dave boxes. They bought those at so many cons, and I can immediately tell they just want to save space for Paradox Space.
Yes, they gotta get circuit stuff now.
No, nobody will buy that.
Dave out, risk us in.
Wheel of Fine sold out of all Whiskas stuff at WonderCon. That's all they carried, too. Mm-hmm. But, like, I wouldn't expect problems with books from What Pumpkin this year. I think they'd focus in on teens and romance. I'm calling it right now. They're gonna bring all those Paradox-based logo tees and not sell any of them. And then they're gonna bring the, Eat Sort Solix T-Sorts. And the Camps and Grub Kanaya sorts. As the new T-Sorts. And then the, business cards and all
Hussey
that.
hasn't done a West Coast signing for 2 years now.
Yeah.
2 years. And in those 2 years, he's only done 1 or 2 East Coast.
I can't believe they don't do Paradox-based signings. I would love to meet some of the artists they just do at one of the stores.
Normally, they're the ones just running the booth.
Yeah, but they used to do, like, Paradox-based signings. They have a bunch of them lined up, signing different stories. Like, that's a good idea.
They always just pick whoever is living closest at the time, and they help run the booth.
The only time
catch some of them over at Boom.
The only time there was a Homestuck signing that wasn't Hussey was Selby, and that was it. And he wasn't selling Homestuck stuff at the booth, it was just her original stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't do Paradox-based books with the books right there.
Now that they have the book. They couldn't ever before.
Yeah, but they could be signing prints or something. Like, they made Paradox-based prints for the Konzo comic and all that. But I think they'll do that now. I would also expect a lot more Paradox-based prints themselves to come out, you know? Because now they have access to all this different art. They buy the art, right?
Yeah, they pay a few $100
and they own the art.
So
now that they own it, I don't know why they won't print it. But for some reason, What Pumpkin is really weird about not posting their content as art. Like, they won't do Homestuck panels at all.
No, all prints are fan art that they've bought.
Yeah, but I really just want prints of some of the panels. Correct me if I'm wrong. The only panel you can get on the website as a print is Jade from Cascade.
Yeah.
That's the only one, right?
Comic art. Maybe the Beck from Cascade. I'd have to see it.
Like, that's the only one from the comic.
You can get the medium album art because it was drawn by Hussey.
But some of the comic art is so good. Like that echidna art that Hussey's friend drew a few updates ago. That would be a poster right now, okay?
Well, they did the texturing on it. Hussey did the drawing.
Yeah, and even some of Hussey's art themselves pretty good. Like, the panels of Beck in Paradox Space fighting John. Like, oh my god, those would make such cool posters. Like, line me right up, I'll buy those. But like, I go to the website, and it's just like medieval stuck prints. And just like weird knits AUs as prints. Or like John and Dave taking a selfie. Like, I'd love to see some of the content from the comic as prints. Or maybe even some of the album art. Like, if they had Mobius Trip and Hadron Collider prints, I'd buy them all. I would buy them all.
You know what you have to buy at Comic-Con, right?
What?
Because it's a staple every year. You gotta buy the calendar.
Oh, I do have to get the calendar. Yeah.
Always buy the calendar at Comic-Con because it's always cheap because it's halfway through the year already.
Normally it's $5 by Sunday. Definitely not Anime Expo though. It'll still be expensive then. Even though it's just a few days, Sunday at Comic-Con is their deal day where they get everything low. Every year at Sunday. I mean, a few years ago they gave you.
I won't have it. You have to get it at Anime Expo or online.
Oh.
Anime Expo is the only West Coast con they're doing this year.
Well, if the calendar's like 15, I'm not buying it. I don't want to spend that.
I think I'd pay 10.
I
That's
wouldn't.
Still.
I wouldn't do 10.
$15 is almost $1 a print. That's really good.
I know, but I could have a calendar, but I'd love to have one of the real big prints they are selling, you know? My whole room is just calendars. I don't have any What Pumpkin prints, but I have so many calendars.
Well, yeah, you can spend $15 for one poster, or you get the calendar for $10, you get 12 prints.
But I don't want my room to turn into calendar land. Well, it's just calendars all up the walls.
The front cover and back cover.
Would you really have a room just full of calendars all the way down up the walls?
It's the cheapest way to get them.
Really? Do you hear this? Would you have a room of just calendars all the way up and down because the art's cheaper?
I buy calendars all the time out of print, just for the out of date for the prints. Are you crazy? That's the best way to get 12 or 13 amazing quality pictures for a good price.
I guess you're right about that.
Oh, it is.
Does this count?
I have maybe 30 or 40 calendars I can't bear to throw away because of the pictures.
Yeah. But, I mean, I love the first two calendars, but what is this one even focused on? I don't remember
This
it.
one's Team Paradox Space.
Okay, so it's not...
Papers, Toasty, Zach, and a few guest people,
But-
like 8-bit art by the...
Is it just like the comics arc? Is it a lot of Visca and Terezi?
No. They did they did it's panel redraw was their gimmick this year.
Oh, okay.
Shelby drew the Terezi and Vriska on the roof.
I thought that was Ikimaru who did that one.
I don't know, everything is a specific page, and that includes my favorite, which is Car Cat Wake Up.
Oh, okay.
But it's like 3D 8-bit.
Cool.
It's like Cabo Hotel.
Wasn't that last year's calendar? I'm pretty sure I own that.
You own that one? No, you don't.
No? Oh. Well, is there any Caliborn in this one?
Caliborn. You'd have to check.
Because, like,
I don't know. If
I'm tempted to just put my last year's calendar
Last
on.
year's Caliborn one was too good.
I'm tempted to just leave it on that one for the whole year. I love that art so much. And I think that's the reason why I don't like the calendars. You have to switch art every month.
Mm-hmm.
What if there's just like one or two pieces of art I like?
Well, then let's leave those up.
I mean, I guess...
You don't have to abide by the calendars every right year.
Well, I didn't think of it that way. I guess I shouldn't buy a print then. Huh. Because I have to stay strict to the calendar. But
Why?
I don't know.
Like the Batman villain?
I don't know why I do that.
The calendar man.
I should just leave it on the months I like. That way I'd get a lot of prints for the price. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Calendar.
What are you doing?
Looking it up.
Oh, the calendar? Wow, What Pumpkins, is there a side of any of the new stuff? The Paradox Space book and T-shirts?
Yeah, they have everything now. Except some of the newer We Love Fine stuff.
We Love Fine's really behind.
Yeah, We Love Fine has a few god tiers and a few odds and ends, like Nepeta's coat and stuff. They don't have.
A few odds and ends. They got a full Dave outfit, a full Jade outfit, a full Nepet outfit. They have a lot.
They have every calendar page on What Pumpkin.
Oh my god, that Dave and Carcat one aboard the Meteor.
Yeah,
that's
Casey Green.
Oh my god. Oh, the Problem Sleuth one. Oh my god.
Kids dressed as Problem Sleuth.
Oh, that Problem Sleuth one. I'm sold.
There you go.
God, that Problem Sleuth one is beautiful.
There's all of Murder Stuck in one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's by Kids Kittles, the Dirk one.
Okay, but that Problem Sleuth one. And that please tell me the Dave and Carcat one is Casey Green. I can tell by the
Casey
style.
Green.
I need to zoom up at that Kanai in the back.
Hold on. Zoom up at the Kanai in the back, you see my profile picture on something.
Oh, it's beautiful. That is beautiful. Why did they have to get retconned? Why was that removed? This is why
it still happened. They mentioned it happened.
No, they mentioned they were giggling and happy why they did it. That ruins the whole thing.
He's talking about the Ouija board for people can't see.
Yeah, when they do the Ouija board on the book.
Yeah.
In the new timeline, they were giggling and laughing while they did it. But in the old timeline, it was much better. Like, much better. Oh my god. That book, though. Look at all the details. Oh, it's Boxcar's head. Yes. Wow.
Anyway.
That is a great calendar. I'll have to
talk about calendars. Like 10 minutes during calendar talk.
This is a good calendar, though. I like. Oh my god. I completely underestimated this year's calendar. I had no idea that it had this much good content in it. Seriously. Wow, this is a good calendar.
People listen like 10 minutes. Oh, that was a good calendar. That was a good calendar. This is a good calendar.
You can fast forward through and it's just more calendar talk. On another topic. But like,
You don't even know what to talk about, do you?
Was there no update? Was there nothing going on in fandom?
Well, there was updates. I just nodded off during them, and I.
You nodded off.
He blurred through it. I don't even know if he read it. I had a good 5-minute head start on reading it, and he was done before I was finished the first page.
How can you not have read it when we're on Reddit?
Well, okay, don't get me wrong. That Dave and Dork one was really good.
Yeah.
That one was really good.
Update. You're gonna love it so much.
But that's still not going to make up for the past 6 months of updates being just, oh my god.
Comic's only been back for 4.
Talk about B-Rando.
B-Rando.
Wait, when does it come back? What opened it coming back again?
Cowboy's Masterpiece, and then Vriskagram.
Because Cowboy's Masterpiece was a masterpiece.
And then
That was
Vriskagram.
amazing. But ever since Vriskagram, the comic has just been like, oh my god. I can't say I've been the biggest fan of it. Oh my god, there's so many problems and plot holes I have. Like, so many. And, like, legitimate plot holes. So many plot holes. Have I mentioned them here before on the podcast?
Yes.
I know. I've probably gone on and on about them.
Have.
And then have I gone about my critiquing on it and how I feel about Callcat's character and Gamzee's character and... Okay. Well, the point is, where is the comic going?
To the end.
No, it's not going to the end. Hussey, by doing the retcon thing, has created years' worth of content, because now he has to find a way to whack the old characters back into the plot.
Mm-hmm.
The game over sells.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
What do you mean, we'll see?
It's all you talk about the podcast and hasn't done anything for it.
What do you mean hasn't done anything? Well, I'm putting out my opinion on how I feel the comics should go. If this comic ends with just this set of characters beating the game, the end, I will be very, very disappointed and upset in Hussey.
Hussey.
There he is, right there. I'm looking at this picture of Hussey right now. Don't fail me. Please don't fail me. Please don't mess this up. Please fix this. And my spark of hope at the comic being so bad was Teen Summer Romance, because
Summer Romance.
Not only was it amazing, but it represents the new act. And when Callcat goes meta talking with Dave about the fanfiction, it just is the new act in every way. Dave even says he did have fun rapping with his bro, even if it was super out of character. Like, that's referring to the Dave Dork thing they just had. Mm-hmm. Every moment of that comic is something that's happened. Like, what are some more examples? Gamzee not flipping out, Trezzy and Vriska getting along, Vriska being mean to everyone. Like, everything here connects back to the new act. Think about it. What were some more examples I pointed out? There was like a lot of them. Why are you just staring at me? What was that? Please remind me, huh?
I
No?
don't know.
What was one of the other examples I pointed out of linking to the new act? Are you there? You've just dozed off.
I'm gone.
Please help me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Paradox. Okay, I'm talking about Teen Summer Romance relating to the new act in every way.
Mm-hmm.
I need to bring up Teen Summer Romance to look at.
You're
Can
good.
you bring it up?
No, you'll buy the book at Anime Expo. You'll have it then.
But I want to do a full analysis on this. Like,
I'll bring it up. Keep talking.
okay. Basically, what I figured out is that this comic is the new act in every way. Yes, there were some subtle hints, but there is no doubt that this new act is Teen Summer Romance in every way.
Picture of Hussey with Shrek.
What are you doing? Hussey with Shrek. Well, that's great. Okay. You bring it up? Okay, page 1 of Teen Summer Romance. Click that. Yes. No. Click that. Alright. So, can I have the mouse?
Yeah, sure. This is already 10 times better than what I've been watching.
Yeah, I know.
Animate this.
Look, you'll get to this. So, this comic represents the new act in every way. I'm telling you right now. Just by looking out of it, now purposely out of character though written, it's supposed to be the new act. So, Callcat says this is an AU. This is pointing out that it is an alternate universe that John's created.
This picture of Hussey as a kid.
Wow.
Guys, see this picture of Hussey as a kid.
Oh, that's great.
And then we got a Michael Bowman reference here. So,
Radio clown.
yeah, it's a Michael Bowman reference. Trust me. So, wait, man, where was the part where
I'm sure this is riveting for the people listening, watching you on the internet.
Okay,
Basically,
basically,
picture of Hussey with tiny maple hoop who's still unexplained.
what I'm trying to point out here is that Paradox Space represents the new act in every way. The way they're written out of character, the way Dave's critiquing it, the way Carcat says it's purposely written bad, and then Dave says it's just bad, is supposed to represent how Rose is saying the narrative's bad. You know? No?
Let me ask you a question, a philosophical question.
What?
How do you and Luna differ as Homestuck fans?
What do you mean?
Like, you're a diehard Homestuck fan, Austin. You are into this canon stuff. You want to dress and be like... Luna doesn't do any of that. So, how are you guys different as fans?
I use it for creative reasons. I model the Gmod stuff and draw the comics and that kind of stuff. I don't dress up or do all these crazy theory stuff.
So, you use it as a jumping off point for your own creativity.
Yeah.
Whereas Austin is creative in the confines of the comic. That's an interesting dynamic that you're both so different.
But, like, Luna's in cosplay. How can you not want to cosplay?
You start screaming and yelling whenever you try to make stuff. Why don't you make stuff?
What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I try, okay? You have to give me credit. And I do try. And I try and model in Blender. And I even stay up and I try to do panel edits. I try. I really do. I've done some really bad panel edits I have saved. I do them late at night at like 1 a.m. while listening to music.
At 1 a.m.
I try to model in Blender. I try to do all this different stuff. I'm just really bad at it. And it's really, really...
Have you seen my old panel edits from 2 years ago?
I know.
When I started?
It's just hard to have a desire to do it when something is so tedious like that. What I'm trying to say is, like, when I do panel edits, I most of the time just edit hero mode panels and start drawing from scratch. When I try and edit sprite modes, it's the most unfun, tedious, grueling task ever. I also learned that modeling Blender is, no offense to people who do enjoy it, the most boring, tedious, grueling task ever. There was nothing fun about modeling in Blender. Or modding for Gmod. I would never do that for a living.
Why?
It's not fun. It's not rewarding enough. I don't like it at all.
I put some squares together, and now there's over 4,000 people enjoying them.
It's very difficult to
That's what
put
I
those
do.
squares together. I don't know how you keep that up. I tried making a Doc Scratch model out of a Half-Life character.
You jumped right to player model, which I haven't done.
Well, that's the only interest I have doing. I'm not going to spend months making bad
I've been
models.
doing it for about 9 months now.
I just want to jump to the good stuff.
Uh-huh.
I only want to make the player models. I want to model like a full Carcat player model for Gary's mod.
Go ask Fondly. She's been modeling for years and went through multiple college classes and just now slowly figuring out how to do it all.
And I don't know if I could go
You're
through
jumping
that.
too far ahead.
But I don't want to start
I'm
with
sure
it.
that's what you're doing with your panel edits too.
What do you mean? I don't want to do sprite modes. I only want to do hero modes.
You can do that. You just gotta take your time with it.
I do. I just know I have to get content done or I'm not being creative enough. It's this pressure put on me. They have to accomplish something in the fandom.
Do a fan adventure. You need to have a reason for creative content. That's your problem. Is you don't have a reason to do it.
I just
You're
sort
doing
of
this
make
random
stuff.
junk.
Just to say I can make
You
something.
either have to do like me and come up with some fan adventure, or do like Charles and just do update-styled edits.
I don't want to do those. I don't want to be known as like a meme person at all. No way.
Then why are you doing it? The whole point of it is to get known as that type of person.
Well, no, I want to get known for having an amazing fan adventure and being creative in the fandom.
Do some Senior Pac-Man style stuff.
Oh, absolutely not. That's no. I just don't know what to make the fan events of. Like, what do I do? Some bad AU? Absolutely not. No way. Oh, I mean, I've come up with some, but why would I ever put that down on a website?
What is his problem?
His problem is that, unlike you, see, you are unfettered by the confines of the comic, and you're like, oh, that reminds me, or that gives me the idea, the genesis to do this. And Austin is way too literal thinking. It has to be exactly like this from the comic, or it's not right. You're willing to take risks. He is not, and that's just the way he's wired.
And I like when I make my panel edits, I want it to look like the most like the comic it can.
Yeah.
But
that's why you drive all your teachers crazy, because your pursuit for perfection is ridiculous, because there's no such thing as perfection.
But I want my style to look just like Hussey's. And
Why? That's Hussey's style.
I prefer...
You're supposed to... I mean, this Summer Romance looks nothing like his style, and you're enjoying that.
Yeah, but that looks miles above even. Oh my god, how would I even draw that? Oh my god.
Well, you wouldn't. You've never taken an art class.
Well,
The comics on here are professionally done. Like, people have been doing it for years. They don't have any more talent than you. They've just been doing it for years.
I just...
Plus, this is a collaboration. This was drawn by 2 people and colored by a third.
But, like, I don't understand how...
Tracer! There's a tracer, like Mallrats.
How did they do this? It's not hand-drawn, right?
It's done in Psy or Photoshop.
Okay, I use Pixlr.
No, don't use Pixlr.
Because Saya's way too complicated looking. There's so many buttons, and it's just so much. Oh my
Psy
god.
does hardly any buttons. It's a really bad thing to work with.
No.
I haven't found a good Photoshop.
Saya's
download.
overwhelming, so I prefer to use Pixlr. And it's a very stressful, unfun thing, you know? I just sort of do it in the day, like I said, just so I can say I've done something. Even if I don't...
No.
Even if I'm not happy with what I get done.
Unless you're forging, there's nothing to be gained from copying the exact art style. You're supposed to look at that and be inspired to create your own.
I don't
go
know.
your own way.
I don't know how to do that.
Now, see, I'm the opposite when it comes to cosplay. I think if you're going to cosplay, you should be exactly as close to the character as it's portrayed in whatever
I wouldn't
it is.
mind putting my own spin on cosplay and creating something new.
What?
I wouldn't mind
Yeah,
doing it.
everybody's different.
I just...
You should do Slave Leia Jade Harley.
But why? Why would I do
Because
that?
they've done everything else.
That's like running around the con no clothes, though.
Sure. Tony Stark Vriska. See, if you want to do cosplay, you just put every character in a hat and pull 2.
You're really close there.
Why?
You're really close on a canon character there. You just mixed them up.
Yeah, you were like
I'm good, right?
that close. But I guess I don't know what to do in the fandom because I don't really know what I like.
But there's no
doing.
wrong way to do it. This show is whatever we want it to be. There's no wrong way to do it.
Well, I mean, I
The
spent.
only thing I care is if it's close to an hour, because I think that's what people are expecting.
Well, I mean, there might be a wrong way of doing it, like talking about 20 minutes on calendars.
Well, no, because now
You're gonna edit that, right?
people are gonna. No, I don't edit these shows.
I mean,
no editing
there was also
there.
a lot of pausing, so definitely some editing has to be
People
done, so
look-
it meets a quality
People
standard.
will now look at those calendars and to see what you were talking about. That's what it's about.
But don't you think it didn't? The episode now isn't arranged enough. It's too. I
What are we
don't know.
supposed to have,
Explain.
like, bumpers?
It's Mina, actually, they
Oh,
did.
there you go.
Oh god.
Are we,
Yeah, Mina.
wait, also, are we supposed to have like bumpers where it's like dun 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 dun, and now daily news, and
No.
fan mail.
But like, there was a lot of pausing after the calendars where I didn't really know what to say, so I feel
it's
like
all right. Now we've spiraled into a discussion about your weird
Yes.
habits.
yeah.
The problem is he sometimes uses this show as an excuse not to do anything. He loads up his his Steam game for the 10th time today. I'm like, why don't you make something for once? He's like, no, I do the podcast. I'll do that in a couple days. It'll be okay.
Because when I do try doing stuff, it's just a day of crying and
A day of crying.
How's the hat business?
not well. I lost my main
Why
push.
don't you make hats?
I
Make some
try.
hats.
Every time I've tried to make hats, it's been a very dark day for me. Much crying and stress. It's hard to get to
Why don't you
sleep.
texture some hats? I don't know how to texture. I need someone who can texture.
I don't. It's just like when I textured too, much crying ensued.
All right, so
Making Mars in Blender might be is a very sad thing, you know.
all right, so we're going to Anime
And
Expo on Friday.
Even when I went Meet Your
just
Makers,
interrupting you
to
now.
listen to this, even when I met Meet Your Makers, the people who make TF2 hats, there was one guy I could relate to. He said he has to get hats done just so he can say he did something to make money. And he says when he makes hats, he normally has one day where he locks himself in his room, has no food, and forces himself to model hats while crying, just so he gets it done. Why are you laughing?
Wouldn't it be easier to get a job than cry all day making virtual hats?
Well, he makes money off of it, so he has to. So he says he does that, and he forces himself to make hats so he could say he did something and being creative. You know, I feel the same way. I don't know what I like doing in life, so I just have to force myself to do things I don't like doing in life, so I can say I did something in life.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I don't like...
Does this doing the show makes you happy, right?
Yeah, I do enjoy it,
Okay.
but Luke just said it's not my main creative thing I can do.
What is your main creative thing you can do?
I don't know. Probably cry and make myself make hats.
That's not creative.
It is creative. I am making hat content at the age of 14. You just know there'll be documentaries that say he started making hats at the age of 14. Because, like, famous people have to get an early start. So I have this presser on me.
You don't start. You just keep playing your video game.
And I have this presser on me that I have to start. So I feel like I have to get all this stuff
you're
accomplished.
ahead of a lot of guys because most guys come home, they put on the headset and play video games till 3 a.m. and then go back to work. And there's there's no creative outlet at all. A lot of guys lug boxes all day. They come home and relax by playing a game where they shoot all their friends virtually online, and then they start all over again. So at least you're not in that rut. Right?
Yeah, even if it does end up with me forcing myself to make things that I don't enjoy.
You shouldn't make things you don't enjoy.
Well, I don't know what I enjoy, though.
Well, maybe you should find that out.
I don't know.
Maybe you should ask Hussey on Twitter.
What? Be a rando to him?
But wasn't there a B Rando update you were telling me about? Something got named.
I'm gonna ask her on the account. But Shelby, who does all the art for Calliope, her fiance changed their Tumblr URL to House of Brando. I don't even know what that means.
But how does that relate to you?
Marlon B. Rando. The Rando account. Hussey came up with the name, not me.
Uh-huh. So you're Marlon B. Rando on what?
Mm-hmm. Twitter.
On Twitter. I don't think I follow you. What do I get on the Marlon B. Rando feed?
You get me, if you just follow me, nothing will happen. Because it doesn't show you direct tweets unless you follow everyone. So you have to follow me and Hussey.
Okay.
And then probably IPGD and Doodly and everyone else.
Doodly. We gotta follow Doodly.
Oh, no, not Doodly. Shelby. Doodly's her locked account.
All right, well...
I don't know what goes on Doodly.
I can tell you guys are running out of steam. The move has been very difficult. We've got 2 cons to prepare for,
This just got, like, really sad for me. Like,
you should make hats right now, then.
I don't know. I don't really...
You're in hat-making mood, which is sadness.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do in life.
Tonight, start a fan comic of something.
Of
Either
something.
a fan adventure, or a Tumblr comic, or a web comic, or something.
Well, I don't know what to start. It has to have a good plot. It has to have...
He's got to go through a few weeks of planning before he starts anything.
I don't know.
Just start it.
But what do I start
Like, I
exactly?
don't even know what's going to happen on the next page.
Yeah, but at least you came up with characters somewhat fitted in canon. What am I supposed to do?
Those characters were a glob of here and there stuck together. I didn't come up with those characters. I can't even remember half their names.
Yeah, but you were able to, like, find a plot hole in the comic you could fit something in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to make a bad AU. I don't even know what to make. I don't know. What I'm saying is I don't know what to make a fan event of. I mean, I would consider adding on, like, a side story to Homestuck canon, but I can't do that until it's done. Like...
Paradox Space guys are doing it.
Yeah, but, like, I can't write a fan event so about, let's say, like, Aimless Renegade, because what if, like, Aimless Renegade shows up in comic in the next update?
He's not. I can 100% confirm he is not.
Well, I know before the comic ends, we're at least going to have a full story arc featuring the old game over selves, beating up the new retcon selves.
We're not, so you go write it.
Well, no, I don't need to write something that's going to get wrapped up in canon. Hussey wouldn't make the comic with these retcon selves. These fake... bad Homestuck characters are not going to take control of the comic. They're unlikable. He's just purposely giving us pages of bad content so for some meta reason.
You keep thinking that.
I mean, it's going to redeem itself. We're going to get a story arc about...
You go write that story arc. Done. We did it.
But Hussey's going to do it in canon. That's what he's leading Homestuck towards. The ending of the comic's going to be about, like... He's going to tie Mobius' trip into it.
Sure he is.
And it's going to be about Jade and Carcat, but like the original Carcat.
This is your fantasy. I'm sorry.
No, this is what's going to happen in canon, because if not, then I'd be really disappointed.
Oh.
Are you really saying the comic's going to end with, like, this version of Carcat ending up with, like, what day of making the new universe?
Yes.
If so, I will never forgive
But
Hussey.
I just said what this Carcat's going to do. He's going to be the signless and raise the children of
No,
the
he's
control.
not. That's what he's making us say. The ending of the comic is going to be Carcat realizing he doesn't need the Ultimate Ward. Of course, at this point, he's already sprited with G-Cat to create G-Cat sprites.
No, unleash him. Go for it.
No G-Cat.
Do it.
And this is the point of the comic which Carcat's been sprited with G-Cat, the game over Carcat. And this is the point where he's realized he doesn't matter whether he's doomed or not, because he doesn't need this dumb ultimate award. He's been cheated out of it in the past, and he's realized that it's unimportant to him, and what matters more is that his friends matter more, you know? That's the story arc of the comic. No? No?
Where Sweet Bro fit in?
The comic is about not following Paradox Space's path and making your own path. Doom selves don't matter. You have your own path to follow, and you don't have to follow Paradox Space's order of events. That's the lesson of Homestuck. Yes?
Maybe.
Because the ultimate thing, like, Whiska's character is that she's ruining the comic and doing things because it has to happen. See, also that's what she's always done. Something has to happen in the timeline, why not make her do it? But the ultimate lesson to Homestuck is that these things are only happening because he does it, and that there isn't a set path by Paradox Space, that you choose your own path, you know? No?
I don't know at all, no.
You really... How can you not think of Homestuck that way?
I don't.
Do you really think Homestuck's gonna end with just, like, Kanaya and Cockett going, this is our new universe, and it's, like, ends with them staring at the door, going, a new world? Like, that'd be so cheesy and bad.
That's the whole point, though. That's the reward.
But that's the cheesy ultimate reward that's been purposely teased. The real ultimate reward is realizing that it doesn't matter at all. It's gonna end in the dream bubbles. No? You really don't think that will be the ending? And then you leave it open for more adventures, of course.
You gotta mark it off this.
You really don't think it'll end that way? Really? You don't think it'll end with, like, a dream bubble can town? And Callcat...
Dream bubble can town?
Yeah, a dream bubble created in a can town created by the dream bubbles. And the kids realizing that they don't need this ultimate award. So, you know what, it might end with John taking the ultimate award, but Callcat's arc is realizing that he doesn't need the ultimate award, and it's more important to stay with his friends.
Story arc is already saying, we don't need it. Dave, I don't want to be the hero. Rose, I'm not going to play the rain. Blah, blah, blah. Carcat, I made the wrong frog. Kanai, I'm never going to make my species real again. Oh, no. So the ultimate ending has to be, they finally do it.
Well, no. Homestuck's... No, it's about breaking Paradox Space's path. It's about creating your own path and not following...
The ultimate ending to Homestuck is, I don't really feel like it. John lays down. Credits roll.
No, John will probably get his generic ending by opening the door and walking in the universe, whatever. But the epilogue is probably going to be Callcat and Kanaya in the Dream Bubbles. And Jade will probably stay behind, too. Because she'll realize that she can either spend all of eternity alone in the new universe, or join Callie, Callcat, and Kanaya in the Dream Bubbles. And still join them, and they'll stay behind in the bubbles. No? No. You really don't think this much about the ending of Homestuck? This doesn't matter to you? There's not an ending of Homestuck you'd be disappointed with, or happy with? It's just an ending?
Just an ending.
What do you mean it's just an ending? It's the end.
Yeah.
Like, didn't the ending of Harry Potter disappoint you?
Maybe.
Maybe? It was a huge disappointment. I'm still upset over it. That was such a huge letdown. Do you really want that to happen to Homestuck? Like, okay, was Harry Potter's ending bad? What do you think? Are you disappointed majorly by Harry Potter's ending?
It just wasn't as amazing as I thought it was going to be. But few things in life are. So, yeah, it was a bit. It was the books, all that nonsense about Dumbledore's brother and Dumbledore in the newspaper and filler.
That's what kind of scares me, because even though Harry Potter opened up with a mediocre ending book, I always thought in the end it would redeem itself. And despite being mediocre, the end would be like, it would make the whole book. But it didn't. It was just like a yawn. Homestuck's ending won't be a yawn, right? It'll be really cool, right?
Low page count, high content. So flash pages.
But, I mean, there's no doubt that right now we are at the slowest moving, what I feel is the worst section of the entire comic. So what I'm trying to say is, please, will it redeem itself or not? Is it gonna stay the way it is? Or is it gonna get better?
I don't know. We'll wait and see.
I just...
Whatever sells the most video games.
I'm worried that Hasi's just doing this for the profit now. That's what I'm worried. And he just crammed Whisker and Trezzy into the plot and tried to make them relevant. Just so he could sell their t-shirts. You know? That's why, none of the relationships that were set up from the start are relevant anymore except for Rosemary. Because it sells t-shirts. Even Rosemary was amazing in Act 3. Amazing in Act 6. But in the new act, it's just like...
Act 4 to 6?
Yeah.
You said 3. That she's not in 3.
Yeah, it is. She is in 3.
She is in 3?
In 3, we get all forced Kanaya chat, and Rose says at the end, do you want to be my friend?
Okay.
That was like the start of it. And it was really well written. I really liked their relationship. And even now, it just feels like it's generic and slacking.
Where's Homestuck Book 4?
I don't know. Hussey's waiting until after the comic to release the books.
Because of all the retcons.
Yeah. Who knows?
How will the password page work in book form?
I have no idea. Oh god, why did he do the whole password thing? Why did he do this?
How will Caliborn's masterpiece work in book form?
Just pixels. Just little pixels of clay figures. I don't know. I mean, I'm scared for the end of Homestuck. I'm excited yet scared. Because I don't know how to feel. I'm scared he's gonna leave a lot of things. A lot of plots unsolved.
Tiny Maple Hoof.
Will he wrap up Tiny Maple Hoof?
No.
You really don't think he will? You have no hope for Tiny Maple Hoof.
I have no hope for Tiny Maple Hoof or the Alpha Guardians.
The best you can hope for is that right before he ends it, it gets bought by Disney. So they can reboot.
You just do the Homestuck cinematic universe.
That's right. Homestuck Cinematic Universe. Homestuck Disney Infinity.
Hussey was talking with his brother on Twitter. They're going to create the General Mills cinematic universe.
Yes.
Every cereal gets a major movie.
Yeah, all the cereals. Absolutely.
It's starting...
Steve Buscemi is the Cocoa Puff Bird.
That's the starting one, right?
I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
But, like, what happens if Homestuck's ending is mediocre?
Well, hopefully we'll still be on the air so you can review it live.
And
it's going to be like 10 years from now, you know.
I know. But is there going to be a point where the comic gets as amazing as it was back in the day?
That'll be that.
All right, well, let's wrap it up because you're looking going to cry.
Austin's had an emotional roller coaster.
Are you all right?
This episode has not been the best. Oh
Anime
my god!
Expo's coming up. Be happy.
I know. When like I was getting on here like, oh my god, I'm gonna talk about Anime Expo. This took the wrong turn.
Create something.
No. Now I've got the pressure to create, and whenever I create, I'm gonna be crying, and it's gonna end up mediocre.
Aren't you going to buy those robotic cat ears?
I want to. I want to really badly.
Are you going to keep them cat, or are you going to modify them to be horns so they twist and turn with your emotions?
Isn't there like different skins I could put on them?
I don't
so I could have.
It's like socks you put on over the robotic.
Yeah,
so I could have like.
great.
So I could have like a collection of socks.
Yeah.
It'll be great when my G-Cat cosplay is ready, because that's gonna become a thing, right?
And you just keep putting pictures of Hussey up on your phone.
Right? G-Cat's gonna get spied of the car cat, right? Right?
No.
Right.
Last sprite's gonna be Nepeta.
No! They set it up to be Nepeta. Why would it be Nepeta?
It's gonna be Nepeta, then she's gonna move Arceus out of the way and become Lord English instead of him.
That'd be so dumb and bad. No. That's terrible. No. I have so many problems with that. Because that would retcon everything. Is the entire point here just to retcon the comic when none of this ever happened and it's just a kid living his life? Because, wow, that would be pretty cruddy and bad.
John turns the game off.
It was all just a dream.
Yeah. You're wondering about how the game is interacting with John's real life. It's not. He just turns it off.
He just turns it off. He has to go get the wizard's key, and he turns it off. That's it.
No. No retconning. Because the next arc is going to be about not retconning.
It's like the Truman Show.
Well, they realize...
Truman walks out of the Truman Show and says goodnight, and the security guard goes, let's see what else is on. Like that's...
But the next arc in the comics is about not retconning. When someone...
Oh, he almost went...
when most likely...
Ooh, bow, bow. Oh, beautiful.
When most likely Jade O'Carcat tells John that you can't rewrite history.
That's gonna play as Rivka messes things up.
No! The next arc of the comic is going to be about not retconning and not rewriting history. It's going to be about having to face what's happening now and repairing the situation that's at hand.
You let me know when the Great Pumpkin shows up, okay, Linus?
Why are you guys so unoptimistic about this comic?
Unoptimistic, huh? Maybe you should create a thesaurus. All right, well, before Austin turns into a puddle right here on the show, we're going to wrap it up because we will see you live this Friday at Anime Expo Los Angeles in the Homestuck pit right down the escalator, right?
Yeah.
Austin's gone bye-bye.
He'll have business cards, and you'll be unveiling a new cosplay.
Yeah, I will.
Are you announcing it? Would you like people to know what you're dressed as?
I'll be my Teen Summer Romance car cat.
Summer Romance car cat.
Right there on the screen.
With the crab that says Pinsum and the cancer necklace.
That sounds great. And we don't know what Luna's wearing.
I don't know what I'm wearing.
You don't
How
know
do you
yet.
not have a cosplay planned for a con?
I'll
How
probably
can
grab
you?
my jade dress.
How can you critique me for not creating
Probably
anything
gonna buy
and
the
then
other
not
jade dress.
and not have a
Luna-
cosplay ready?
Luna will be dressed as hipster Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Oh no!
Wait, no. How can you? How can you critique me for not creating anything and then not even know what you're wearing to Anime Expo?
Because he doesn't have the hang-ups that you have.
I create things.
You should have had this outfit planned a month ago.
Nobody lists their life exactly like you do. Everybody's different. That's what makes the world interesting.
I know, but like,
If everybody was the same, we'd all be listening
I'm
to
sort
Justin
of jealous
Bieber.
because they enjoy. There are people out there that enjoy making digital hats. I could enjoy making digital hats.
The guy who makes the most in making digital hats doesn't enjoy making digital hats.
I know, but there's a couple people that do. A couple people, and why can't I be them? Why can't I like making virtual hats?
There's an old saying. There's an old saying. Find a job that you love and work that job, and you'll never work a day in your life because it probably ain't hiring.
Wow, that is mean.
All right, well, we'll see you at Anime Expo Friday, and then next week we'll be there all 4 days at San Diego Comic-Con, the big granddaddy of them all. The Homestuck meetup is where?
It's in the pit, right?
No.
The pit's where they hang out. The stairs is the main meetup.
Anime Expo.
But I think the main one's Sunday.
Anime Expo you're talking about. Where's the
Yes.
Comic-Con meetup?
Comic-Con meetup will be probably at the fountain.
By the
That's where it
fountain.
always is.
I prefer
Across the street
Wait.
and down a bit.
So the pit is where they hang out.
Yes.
Then I'll be going to the pit.
Yeah, you asked this.
Okay.
That was same as Anime Expo and Kamikaze, right?
Yeah.
Because
Comic-Con is the same spot.
I actually don't want to go when the meetup time is, because normally it's hang out all day, and then when the meetup time that was set online is, it's normally just picture taking, where they call
Yes.
up the people for like 2 hours.
And
And,
it's only like 300 people.
yeah, I don't like that. That's not. I don't find that fun at all.
And it's outside.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be another opportunity for you to weep. Are you all right?
I guess.
You look upset.
I don't know what to do with my life, to come to think of it.
Well, this show is not to give you life advice for your career. If there's anything, the message of the show is do what you like to do, even if it means working a job that you don't like. And then when you get home, you do the things that you like. That's what life's about. You know?
But
You're spoiled because I like my job. So you see a dad go off to work who actually likes what he's doing. Most people don't.
I want my career to be something I'm happy doing, something that isn't a career.
Well,
It's
then
just
you're
not
gonna
part of my
You have
life.
to find whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
Well, how am I supposed to tell you?
I keep telling myself it's making virtual hats, so I'm forcing myself to
You're-
make virtual hats
you're-
until I like it.
No, that's not how. That's not how it works.
No?
No.
I
Try
click,
computer coding that.
I click and drag in Blender for saying I will like doing this, you know?
You might find that you like being a bartender or
you
parking
go.
cars.
No, this isn't fun at all.
It sounds more fun than making virtual hats. You could
Yeah.
work at a Starbucks. You could own your own business. You could drive a tow truck. I mean, there's anything in the world open to you at this point.
Yeah. Not, I mean, yeah, I guess.
It's too early in your life.
But
to
I
be
have to
weeping
pick
over
in
the
like
future.
a week, right?
Really? Why?
Because, like I said,
is there a form you have to fill
all,
out?
all famous people get started when they're like young, and I'm like 15 already. I have to find what I like, or else.
Alan Rickman didn't get his start till his late 30s in Die Hard.
Oh. But wasn't he still doing creative stuff when he was young?
No, there's a ton of artists who don't get... Well, they do what they like, but they don't make a living at it. But they don't make a living at what they really love until much later in life. You have to look past the ridiculousness of Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez and all of the whack job fake icons in your generation.
Have you seen Hussey's blurbs?
And look beyond
Yeah.
it.
He did those in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm podcasting after 40 and I'm having the best time doing it. They didn't have this before, so it wasn't around. Maybe the thing you like to do hasn't even been invented yet.
That's professional hoverboarding.
Professional hoverboarding. Self-lacing shoe
But-
repairman.
But I have to do something, right?
Well, everybody has to do something, yeah.
But like,
Or practice with me.
I mean-
Clear your throat.
mm-hmm.
Please pull forward to the second window.
Please pull forward to the second window.
See, you found your calling.
No!
McDonald's.
That's not my calling at all! Plus, I would probably critique people, critique the food or whatever. Critique. Critique.
What?
Because...
You're wanting the food? I don't want you doing that to my food.
Critique. Let's just admit it. McDonald's is garbage, so when I walk from McDonald's, I'm gonna say their food's garbage.
All right.
Are you going to be doing interviews at
Please.
Anime Expo?
Please, go on... Yeah, I'm going to try to do some interviews.
You should borrow one of our passes and try to interview the people who work at the What Pumpkin booth.
They would. I would try, but they'd throw me out. Okay, so listen. If you have any career ideas for Austin, please leave them on the Reddit link.
God.
Or go to the 91 Reasons page on Facebook and leave it there. Because he's looking for career ideas.
What about...
I'm gonna link you to all these weird websites. Like this website you can learn crab fishing.
But what about locking myself in my bedroom and forcing myself to make hats?
There's a website that'll teach you how to crochet gloves.
What
There
you
go.
do on
You're
Tuesdays is your own business. Making virtual hats.
Well, I mean, I love Team Fortress 2, but I feel like I have to do something for Team Fortress 2. I don't really love Team Fortress 2.
There's a guy who spends his whole day sculpting Funko Pop vinyls.
Yeah?
And he only got that job 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. So what did he do before then? Because now it's full time.
Be the next Adam Paulus.
Be the next Adam Paulus.
Yeah, you could review toys.
He designs them too for
Yeah.
Entertainment Earth.
Sure.
Oh, God.
You could start your own loot crate.
My own loot
Yeah,
crate.
it would be
I'm
boxes
good.
of Austin's tears for $5.
Steal.
So, and it'd be a side because you make the hats, and while you cry, you collect the tears in little vials and then mail them out for $5. People use them in voodoo projects. All right.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to end the show till you're a little bit in a better mood because you're gonna. Like, we're not making virtual hats right now. You don't have to cry now. You're among friends.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm gonna make virtual outfits for them instead of hats. Keep away from the head.
I don't know how to do that.
Why do they
It
buy
just-
virtual hats on a game where you can't see the hat you're wearing? I don't understand. That's so
You can see
stupid.
other people.
Oh,
It's about showing off.
You can taunt.
I like making outfits with my hats. I get really creative with them, and I like combining different stuff to make different outfits, you know? And I look pretty crazy in game compared to some other people, but I don't mind that, you know?
So you see how you just had a moment.
Virtually cosplay.
But you just had a moment of clarity where you were like, "This is what I like to do." So in this moment in time, at age 15, that's all that's expected of you besides getting good grades. So why are you so worried? If you want someone worried, look over there. Look to your left.
Luke is miles above me. Because they are modeling for Gary's Mod and getting virtual content out. And
That's fine. He still has to get a job at Starbucks.
But he's getting virtual content done for Homestuck, and that's like... That's something right there.
All right, well, something to aspire to.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm gonna get good at modeling
Gotta
later
get
on,
good.
I have to start now. So I have to go through like 3 years of crying, locking myself in a room, making virtual hats, even though I don't want to.
You think Guy Fieri woke up with bleached hair
Yes.
and said, "I'm going to open a restaurant"? No, that was a carefully cultivated thing
he
for
wasn't
years.
born as a 30-year-old
No,
guy
he wasn't. Yeah, no,
going
he
across
grew
the
up.
country.
Maybe
There
I...
was a kid, Guy Fieri, at some point.
Yeah, there was a little Guy Fieri.
So maybe I shouldn't model hats, is what you're saying?
I don't know. I'm saying.
No.
I'm saying follow your heart.
He's tried mapping.
Mapping, I liked the Dota 2 mapping, that was fun. And then I tried the TF2 mapping, and it was just... What even was that, man? That was like some archaic...
It's on a grid. It's precisely math-based. You should love it.
No. You don't know me at all. Math-based? Math-based? I just want to take shapes and make things. I don't want...
That's math.
I don't like math.
Well, maybe virtual modeling isn't for you.
I mean, when I was thinking mapping, I was thinking just dragging shapes and creating a map, you know, drag
is
here,
what it
drag here,
is.
drag here. But it's this grid with all these numbers and buttons, and
Hey,
You drag and
nice
you
bike.
but it's just too much.
All right, listen, you're boring people to tears.
Yeah,
'cause
I know.
They don't even know what you're talking about at this point. So let's wrap it up.
Okay.
You go cry,
Oh,
and then we'll go out for Starbucks later.
wait, Starbucks?
Yeah.
That changes my mood.
So you're already happy.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
knew?
So
They say money can't buy happiness, but a Frappuccino can certainly is a good start.
Us should design Starbucks flavor.
There you go.
apple juice coffee? Oh my god!
Oh.
I said it.
You're fired.
Oh my god! That's the greatest thing I've ever thought of! Oh my god! I just had an epiphany. Apple juice coffee. This would be incredible. Oh, I can taste
This
it.
is not a job for you. Find something else.
No, wait.
Why don't you design the cups for Starbucks?
No, wait. This is $1 million idea. Apple juice coffee. Think about it. Why doesn't it exist?
Because it's gross.
Because it sounds terrible.
No, it sounds incredible. It sounds like a dream come true. Imagine it. Apple juice coffee, orange juice coffee. It could be a line. Sunny D coffee.
Bow, bow.
No,
Austin's
wait.
looking at the smoothie place next door to Starbucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Sunny D
Fruit in
Frappuccino.
it, and then take out the caffeine.
The Sunny D
It's fruit
Frappuccino.
drink.
This is such a good idea. Okay, Sunny D drink and apple juice drink.
All right. So please go on the Reddit and tell Austin how great an idea apple juice coffee is. All right. We want to
Pizza
thank
roll
listen, we
coffee.
want to thank everybody for listening. We want to thank our
Oh,
Patreon.
pizza coffee.
He's
That's
still-
another
he's-
good one.
It's
You
still
also
happening.
want a pizza roll.
You want a pizza roll? Leave a comment if you want a pizza roll. Leave it all. Well, you a pizza roll. Plink it.
Oh,
All right,
okay, let's-
listen. We want to thank everybody for listening, especially Patreon pledger Vriska for supporting the show. Thank you so much.
We're making you sit on the floor in our bedroom looking at our tiny computer screen to watch Act 3.
We will still continue to plow through Act 3.
Plow. You say plow like it's torture.
Plow through Act 3,
It's only
yes.
20-minute episodes. At some point, Cobb gets to 50-minute episodes.
Plow
It
through Act
gets
3.
really good.
Plow through Act 3. You can do us a favor and please go on iTunes and leave us a good review. Please don't confuse reviewing the show with reviewing Austin's either pizza or apple flavored coffee drinks.
Oh, we're
Those
gonna
are
edit that out?
No. Those are separate entities. But thanks for listening. We'll see you at Anime Expo. We'll see you at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Listen to this. We're going to be at Anime Expo, Comic-Con San Diego, YesterCon in Carson, Scare LA in August. Oh my gosh, that's a full roster. And Scare LA, I'm actually going to be hosting my own 91 Reasons show where we're going to record an episode live. That's unbelievable, right?
I thought of something I'd like to do.
Is it another coffee drink that's going to make me vomit?
No, but like, you brought the idea of doing a Tumblr blog, right? But what if they don't have to draw the content? What if it was a cosplay blog?
There you go. You could dress up, take pictures, and be like a comic strip.
Well, that's a good idea.
Because, I mean, that's no different than this, right?
Well,
Than Homestuck itself.
what do you mean?
It's just panels with very little
Yeah.
animation.
It's got
All right.
animation.
Right.
Gifs.
Listen, well, I'm amazed you're still having epiphanies. Maybe you can have some after the show.
So I have two cool ideas, which is making Tumblr blogs and making apple juice coffee.
Austin's life is set.
If you have job applications, please mail them to Austin. He's going to need all the help he can get to find a career that helps his emotions stay in check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for listening. I am the voice. I am Jeff Tucker. I am joined, as always, by our resident Homestuck experts
Austin?
Luna?
who have spent an hour wasting your time with coffee-flavored pizza or whatever, right?
Coffee therapy. That's a whole different
You like
product.
that?
What if we did like 45 minutes of solid speculation and then edited a lot of this episode out and put that in?
No,
and then
this is good. Ship it like this.
No. Some episodes need to go out just as they are, train wreck and all. So
But I feel like this one
Add
needs a
your
redo.
Headers and your music and you're
no, we'll
good
do
to
another
go.
one whenever you want to do another one.
We could just put this one up, take it down tomorrow, put a new one up.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well, we could put it up like right now, take it down like right now, put a new one up.
Are you trying to retcon this episode?
No, wait! Oh my god! That completely messes up
I
the
like
entire...
original timeline of Austin back when he was a better character.
Can I have a trigger warning on pizza next time?
Oh man, I guess we can't retcon this because it like ruins my entire argument.
That's right. So thanks for listening. We all together have gotten together and we record an episode called what?
91 Reasons.
Thanks for listening. By Gramthar's Hammer. We'll be back with another episode. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. So say we all. Hey, hey, hey.